Get a house, they said. It'll be like having a savings account, they said. A house is a good investment, they said. I don't believe any of that. I've never had a savings account or an investment that required a squirrel trap up on the roof to catch little mongrels. So this is a hill I'm willing to die on. A house is a horrible investment. Now, before you get going, look, I know investments. I know that houses go up. I know that right now houses are going up like vertically. I get it. So we bought a condo. We sold our house because we were going to get into the RV life. So we bought an RV as well. And we sold our house and bought a condo because I didn't want to mess with a house anymore. Because usually when I'm thinking about my house or having to do something to the house, I'm usually in Clark Griswold's Christmas Vacation rant mode. It's just work. Aw, come on, Dino, what's so hard? Well, I'll tell you what's hard. Because a sewer pipe cracks and leaks sewer gas into the house inside a wall and takes half a year to find and tons of money, and then you got to repair the wall. Because I'm out fighting this devil weed in my yard that will not die under any circumstance, not even with a nuclear cocktail. It just laughs. It wilts and returns and laughs in my face. And because everything in this acre lot has to be power washed, oh, it's very satisfying while you're doing it. Look at it. It's fun. Look at the results. Oh, and then feel your back for the next 3 days because you've been stooping over running a power washer for 3 days. I remember the day I decided we were selling our house. It was the power washer day. Why am I doing this? So bear with me as I rant on. How about these unpaying renters? Another reason we downsized is because the kids are moving out. We're down to Max at home, and they are definitely unpaying renters. This rant actually comes from a squirrel war that I've been in and bird war that I've been in with since we moved in the condo in 2018. All these animals are definitely unpaying renters and actually costing money because I'm having to pay money to get rid of them. Now, I'm an idiot and I've lost money on investments before in my life because of my own stupidity. But, I mean, with a house, you can have a total wipeout. These people will take a perfectly fine house that we were living in and literally just knock it down as soon as we move out. This is my house after we moved out because evidently I lived in trash and the rich people who bought the house lot wanted a much nicer, bigger, multi-million-dollar home. Does this smoking hole look like a good investment to you? I think not. Renovations. I've never had an S&P 500 index fund require me to remove a toilet because it no longer works, or move a light switch because it doesn't do what I want it to do, or the feng shui of the room is not the right way, blah, 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 blah. So we did the same thing. We took a perfectly good condo, started ripping it apart, tearing it apart. We took out, oh, this little light fixture, it's not the way we want it, so we're going to rip it out and just throw it in the trash, along with all the other stuff, a whole dumpster full of trash, just gut the thing. We're going to take a perfectly good shed that's empty, and we're going to fill it up with all kind of stuff that we're going to need to replace and renovate and blah, blah, blah. And that stuff costs money. And not to mention decisions. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this little corner because it doesn't look right. I've got to figure out which one of these slabs do I want to use for the counter. Do these shutters, do these look right? And is this what we want? Is the tile, is this the way we want the tile to look? Is the cubby the right size? Will it hold the shampoo bottle? Why in the heck is there a shower curtain in a bedroom? I don't know. I bought my wife this nice condo and she tore it all to pieces. Took out all the tile floor in here. It's very messy. Putting under counter lights in. Lowe's just delivered the vanities and the countertops. We're going to put desk in here. Desktops that are going to go and paint all that. The floor's been all ripped out. Put our new fans in. Got rid of that nice chandelier. Got the fan ripped out. This bathroom's getting pretty gutted. So we got the floor ripped out of the bathroom. Took the hardwood up here. This was all hardwood. Took out the crazy lights up here as well. I guess that's the old wallpaper. And And then all this is redone. They have not redone the plumbing here yet. Now this bathroom, they did the same thing. Ripped out the crazy fluorescent lights that Emily was really in love with and put in, we're going to put a light in the middle. We'll put some lights up there. Redid this. Redid the sewer and the and then nothing much in this room except just taking out the phone outlets. Every room had these crazy intercom systems. We're getting all that ripped out. And then Max's room had an intercom system, and it also had this crazy shelving system that kind of went all the way up to the ceiling. So we had all that ripped out. We're just going to keep the bottom part of this. All the closets, we ripped out all the closets. They all had bars and stuff in them. So we ripped all that out. We're going to get lighting and then install new bar stuff in all the closets. Drywall. Lots of drywall being done.
He's even worked in the closets. He must be going from room to room.
He's plugging all the holes like that where phones used to be. All the plumbing's done in here. I messed up his drywall because I touched it like an idiot. Hopefully he won't fire me. And then so all the, that's what they're doing for all of it. That's the intercom systems. So he's patching all those. That's a lot more drywall than I would have thought was going to be done. But it's going to look very nice when he gets it all finished. Owning a home is not all bad. Look, I RV camp. I've even gotten into tent camping a little bit. If you sleep in a tent with no niceties on the ground, you quickly realize that having a home is a luxury that we are afforded in life. I'm glad I'm not homeless. I'm glad that all those bad investments have made and will continue to make do not have me living under a bridge. Look, I am thankful. I feel lucky. I get it. You don't have to preach to me. But I also know for a fact that the home is not the American dream. It's not a good investment. If I could live in a tent and not have to deal with a house at all and deal with squirrels and broken pipes and having to renovate everything because the feng shui isn't the way it's supposed to be, I would gladly do that. I'm a simple man. I don't require much. I just want peace and quiet and large sums of money, not leaving my wallet regularly. Repairs. Oh, come on, Dino, you live in a condo. It can't be that expensive. It's just a little dinky condo. What could go wrong? Well, ice ramming the gutter off the eaves. You got to have a new roof. Now, I didn't have to pay for that because, well, I did, but, I mean, I didn't have to do it. You got to have an alarm system, keep people from coming in, killing you in the middle of the night. That's new. You know, the old one, as soon as we move in, it quit working. Oh, that's new. You know, the old one, as soon as we move in, that quit working. Oh, that's new. As soon as we moved in, that quit working. Those are pretty cheap too. You know, in my S&P 500 index fund, yeah, I generally don't have to get down on my hands and knees with a camera to look into the supply closet to find out where the water's leaking from in the floor that's leaking under the hardwood floor and buckling all the floors. I generally don't have to do that with my index fund. I generally don't have to go to the dump and take a fence and throw it in big dumpsters, even though the dump is a pretty fun place. I've had some good times there. What do you mean, Dino? Your fence fell down? Yeah, a windstorm came and blew my freaking fence down. Here's the fence when we moved in, and you can see there's these little beds with these concrete walls. And we had to decide, well, we obviously don't want to keep those concrete walls, so we ripped those out. Preston spent the better part of a day. Cost me money because I had to pay him to do it. Oh, and then we realized that the wall's foundation had been ruined by the little bed that was there and had to have that replaced. So this is our wall. Hello. I'm just filming it. Oh, that's where a little squirrel came through there.
But yeah, I'm surprised it actually went down that far, to be honest with you.
Really? Yeah, I am too. I thought it was just laying on dirt.
Yeah, typically.
That looks like it's gonna hold up nice. Water comes out there. Water goes out there. Next up, new fence. P.S. Having structural foundation work done, pretty cheap. Anyway, the fence is gone. Had to rip it out, take it to the dump. Had to get a new fence built. New fence got put in. Took forever because there was no lumber because of COVID. And then we got the fence put in. Well, then you got to wait, months to get it painted. Meanwhile, the homeowners association is yelling at me because I have an unpainted fence. Ah, the joys of home ownership. I appreciate you following along with me today and listening to my rant about why a home is not an investment. It's not. It's a great place to sleep, to eat, to raise a family, to have memories, not to make money.